The jerk was driving while distracted by his phone and ended up hitting a pregnant woman. He realized that if the hit and run was discovered, it would ruin his future. He immediately thought of having his girlfriend, who was asleep in the car, take the blame. So he quickly wiped his fingerprints off the steering wheel with a towel. Then he moved his sleeping girlfriend to the driver's seat and removed the dashcam. He perfectly staged a scenario where his girlfriend was the one who killed the woman. What he didn't know was that the pregnant woman he killed was the wife of the richest CEO. When the CEO learned the woman was the culprit, he vowed to make her suffer forever. The woman was sentenced to 5 years in prison for manslaughter, but she didn't accept the verdict and repeatedly appealed while in prison. Then, one day, her jerk boyfriend found her. He lied, saying that her grandmother was kidnapped in retaliation for her appeal. He claimed he had been severely injured trying to save her grandmother and asked her to withdraw the case. He said if she kept going, her grandmother wouldn't be able to take it. Believing his lies, she decided to drop the appeal. Under his manipulation, she agreed to reform. After being released, she married the jerk and cared for her grandmother. But what she didn't expect was that after 5 years, the jerk still didn't show up to pick her up. She had to take a taxi home. When she got in, she learned the driver was the CEO's brother-in-law. It turned out the CEO and his brother-in-law had been plotting against her all these years. Right after she was released, the CEO had his brother-in-law find her. They took her to the CEO's wife's grave, demanding she kneel and apologize. Even so, the CEO thought it wasn't enough. He forced her to kneel and kowtow to his wife's tombstone. She had already done 100 kowtows, her body weak and the rain pouring. The assistant was worried she might collapse, but the CEO's anger still wasn't satisfied. Next, because his wife had feared rain in life, he demanded she hold an umbrella over the tombstone. To atone, she obeyed. Eventually, she collapsed from exhaustion. What the CEO wanted was for her to live a life worse than death, so he quickly sent her to the hospital for treatment. When she woke up, she intended to thank the CEO, but then he grabbed her throat. To make her feel worse than death, he told her that her jerk boyfriend had done many disgusting things to her. Shocked, she rushed to find him. She ran to him, expressing how much she had missed him. But little did she know, he had already gotten involved with a rich young lady. When he saw the young lady walk in, he immediately shoved the woman away. He then walked to the young lady's side and scolded the woman. He said she had no right to come and see him, a criminal. Yet the woman still believed the jerk loved her. She took out the pull tab from a soda can, claiming it was the engagement ring he had given her. She said he had promised to love her forever. But the next moment, the jerk crushed the ring underfoot. He said dating a murderer like her was his greatest shame. This was exactly what the CEO wanted to see. The more heartbroken the woman was, the more the CEO felt satisfied. She, unable to take the betrayal, tried to splash water on the jerk. But before she could, the rich young lady stopped her and slapped her. Seeing the jerk, grateful for the young lady's support, made the woman furious. She immediately turned away and decided to find her grandmother. Because of the jerk's abandonment, she realized her grandmother was the only one who truly cared for her. But what she didn't know was that the jerk had already sold her grandmother's house. For years, her grandmother had been treated like a homeless person at the jerk's house. The jerk's mother and sister lived off her grandmother's pension. At that moment, the jerk's mother picked up a piece of meat, intending to humiliate her grandmother. But the next second, the woman burst in. She had overheard their conversation and knew everything. Yet the jerk's mother didn't fear her and claimed her grandmother had sold the house willingly. When she refused to admit it, the woman decided to call the police. But the jerk appeared and snatched the phone from her. Fearing she would make a scene, he admitted he sold the house. But he asked her to leave quickly and promised to pay her back when he made money. However, the woman wasn't foolish. She soon saw the jerk for who he truly was. He had lied in prison to keep her from appealing so she would be his scapegoat and he could keep her grandmother's house. Before he could finish speaking, the jerk's mother slapped him. She warned him that if he said another word, she'd tear his mouth apart. This made the woman even more suspicious. Before she could think further, the jerk grabbed her by the hair. He warned her to forget everything and stop guessing. But the more he acted this way, the more she believed something was wrong. So she pushed him away and said she was going to appeal. She told him that on the day of the incident, the jerk had been distracted by his phone while driving. Those words made the CEO, who was waiting outside, suddenly remember something. 6 years ago, the woman had accidentally bumped into him. Back then, the jerk had been playing with his phone while driving. It was then that he realized the jerk was the real killer. Seeing his secret exposed, the jerk planned to silence the woman forever. He raised a knife to kill her and keep her quiet. Luckily, at that crucial moment, the CEO barged in and grabbed his arm. The jerk was about to face the CEO's most brutal revenge.